Hello everyone, Lewis Crompton here, and this is not financial advice. Here are the top 5 reasons that people stay broke. Now I'm going to be sharing what I have observed over nearly 10 years of teaching people around the world how to be better with their money. So I've got lots of lessons, lots of stories. I want to distill some of them in here for you. And if you want to learn about how to do money better, how to make more of it in less time, then like this video and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. We're going to be rolling from 5 all the way up to number 1 reason why people stay broke. So starting right at the bottom, started from the bottom, now we're here. Anyway, reason number 5 why people stay broke is that they are surrounded by the wrong people. Not only that, but they are too worried about what those people will think of them if they were to do anything differently. Now, I had a group of friends I grew up with from the age of about 14, 15 to 31. So at that point, over half my life. I suddenly realized that the majority of that group were not for me. I was always the problem. They never congratulated me and they never reached out to me. I always reached out to them first. So what did I do? I put off for years what I should have done straight away. One night at the pub with a true friend, shout out to Kay, I explained the situation and she challenged me. She said, "Lewis, what would you say if I was sharing this with you?" And I said, well, I would leave the group. So I did there and then. So the people you spend time with affect you. Are they inspiring you? Are they challenging you in a good way? And as a minimum, are they pro you? Are they supportive of you? If not, chop chop. Reason number 4 is they don't respect money. This will keep you broke. If you do not budget, if you do not keep track of your money, check out my video on the 3 steps for starting to invest. If you don't respect money, why would you be given more of it? If you don't track it, how can you measure it and know what is going well and what isn't? If you are not budgeting, then I very much doubt you are investing, and you probably are not really aware as to how much money you can invest either. By the way, budgeting is not a natural thing for me. I have to force myself to do it. I prefer to just make more money. As most of you know, I used to teach investments for Robert Kiyosaki's brand, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Once Robert said this thing to our students and I really, really liked it. And he said, too many people know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing. When you know the cost of everything, you are so short-sighted. You don't realize the value of something that is being given to you or offered to you. It is partly why I stopped helping and stopped mentoring people for free. I used to do loads of that all the time, give up my time, give up my energy. The ones that I did that for never made any progress. Why? Because they didn't have skin in the game. They didn't have any form of themselves, any money invested into the process of learning to master this thing. Sometimes people tell me my trainings are too expensive, my trainings are out of their budget, and if my trainings are out of that budget, it doesn't mean that they lack value. When I first got involved with investments, I paid a heck of a lot more for access to the education and to the mentorship that I had than what I asked from other people to invest in themselves. To pay for it, I had to take out a personal loan and I had to get out a credit card. That's how I managed to invest into my future, to have what I now have. I invested half of my annual salary at the time into myself and into my future. That is commitment. I saw the vision ahead of me because I knew that at that time, what I was investing in, learning how to trade Forex, was going to be the doorway for everything else. And hey, it was. Now you may have heard it said another way, this phrase that Robert talks about, that people won't pay the price of the shovel to access the gold. Something like that. And it's so short-sighted, and life will teach people that that is not a way to operate one way or another, because they'll probably be stuck in the same place in 10 years' time. Reason number 3 people stay broke is they have a victim mentality. They're very entitled because of that. Wow, this one really, really annoys me. It makes me truly angry because people create all these reasons and all these excuses while they are not successful. I've not met one successful person who moans and complains and gives excuses. Not one. Well, I'm going to change that slightly because actually it's not quite true. I've met many, well, I suppose they're not successful. I've met many wealthy people who are actually the worst for this, but that's because they are the ones that were born into wealth. See that? They didn't create it for themselves. That's why they've got a bad attitude. And if you want to change your future, your financial future, your family's financial future, then it requires you doing something different. It requires you putting in the work and staying consistent. That's what it requires of you. And if you allow yourself to get trapped in your past, trapped in your excuses, trapped in that victim mindset that the world, society, this or that, whatever is against you, then you will never get to the next level. Stop believing you can't. Stop allowing yourself to buy into the comfort of your excuses. I've done it for years. Rubbish way to be. Reason number 2 is they don't believe they are worthy of success. Now this is a deep one, but it's one that always comes up in conversation with people. Now maybe it comes up in conversation because it goes back to my counseling days where I used to talk to people about the inner workings of their brain and their heart. But I know that as a person believes in their heart, they believe about themselves, that is how they will behave. And if you don't believe internally on a subconscious level that you deserve success or that you are not worthy of success, it's just not going to happen for you. You will constantly be looking for external evidence to prove that internal belief. Now, good question to ask is, how do you get over it? For me, I use meditation, I use mantras, and I am slowly reconditioning my subconscious with healthy beliefs about money and about life. And that way I can look for external evidence that supports the fact that I am worthy of success. Now, finally, the number one reason why people stay broke. And really, this reason is the consequence of all of the previous reasons. They all culminate into this number one reason why people stay broke. And that is because the number one reason is they have a lack of action or they take incorrect action. Okay, I kind of cheated here again because I gave you 2. But hey, they are both about action, so let me off on this one. Now, either you are taking the wrong kind of action or you are not taking enough action. Now, it often takes a mentor to help you identify which one is true for you and to address that situation and make it work. A lack of action will not mean you aren't growing, it will actually mean that you are diminishing. Let's not forget that at present, inflation is sat at about 10% per year. You need to be generating, therefore, 10% more financially each and every single year just to stay equal. If you are not doing that, if you're not generating at least 10% extra on your money each year, your money is diminishing. Sucks, right? The wrong type of action being taken will leave you defeated, also not making progress, or even worse, damaging yourself financially. I think of all the people around the world I've spoken to who have been scammed out of money because they trusted the wrong person, the wrong people, the wrong organizations. And I think of all those who tried investing without any knowledge, without any education, with no form of mentorship whatsoever, and they lost way more than they would have spent on that education. It's truly upsetting to me. I don't want you to be that type of person. I don't want that to be your story. So in summary, if you want to stay broke or become broke, follow these 5 reasons in terms of living those in the incorrect way. If you want to overcome them, then change your behavior and change your beliefs. And if you want to learn more about how to do money better, how to make more of it in less time, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. I want to make sure that you are sharing this video with someone who it's going to help. Maybe it's going to challenge, maybe it's going to inspire them. So like and subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments if this video was helpful for you. My name is Lewis and this is not financial advice.